This process sounds very complicated. How can I get help with it?
I think that's quite right. I mean, as with anything, having an independent expert in your corner from the very outset is crucial to the overall success. Now, it's certainly not the case that everyone's entitled to this funding. Far from it. The bar is quite high and the individual has to have primarily health needs. However, it's often not as high as perhaps individuals are informed it is. We very regularly hear from people who've been informed that they will not be entitled to the funding because their relative is not receiving palliative care with a limited life expectancy. Now, that's completely incorrect. The national framework makes it very clear that life expectancy plays no part whatsoever in the eligibility process. And yet, if that person is then put off from even seeking an assessment, they may well have received the funding and they've been incorrectly denied it as a result. So those are the sorts of issues that can occur. I can think of no situation whereby quite literally tens of thousands of pounds annually are at stake, and over the course of somebody being in care for a number of years could amount to over £100,000 or beyond if the average cost of care is £1,000 a week for a nursing home. I can't think of any situation where, with those amounts of money at stake, that you wouldn't seek to instruct an independent expert in the particular area to advise and assist. The NHS often maintain that this is a process that the individual can undertake themselves or through the family, and they're quite correct. It's much like anything else. You can conduct the conveyancing on a property transaction yourself. You wouldn't be advised to do that, of course, because experts have their place, and I think the same process and the same principle applies to this situation.